All right then. Welcome everybody. Happy New Year. And it has been a very good year. I say that
Yes,
at
it
least.
has.
Well, I mean, it's been a good year for the most part. We've had our ups and downs, and we've had our problem people. Mm, there's still an issue, and I'm not going to drop that subject anytime soon. But I do have been messaged on Facebook, which is kind of interesting, as you know,
Yes.
as you know, by some, well, yeah, what was her name?
Was it Helen or something like that?
Helen Itterman. I think that was her name. Yeah. Oh, do we have a visitor? Do we have a visitor here? No.
Not yet.
Yeah, it said 84 meters away, but it's kind of weird. So yes, we have had this. I've had this Helen Itterman, who's from. What did I? Where did I say they were from?
French Polynesian or something like that
Yep.
is what she's got on her. Yeah.
Craving the attention of me liking her pictures.
Well, you seem to have a couple of those, as I've noticed.
A couple of what?
Craving your attention, whether it be to like their pictures or otherwise, find them in world.
Oh yeah, like that other one. Left a
Yeah.
message on my Facebook picture, which is my display picture. Yeah, you know, and she's Australian. Did you look her up?
Yeah. Well, no, didn't look her up. I don't think in world, but yeah, it was quite funny. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and look her up.
Go for it.
I mean, I know looking at her Facebook profile that she's Australian.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, I did look her up.
Okay.
Yeah. Um Not the greatest looking avatar. She's got some old ass hair. She's trying to be, I guess, Daenerys from Game of Thrones in her profile picture. Um yeah. Well, she likes rock supposedly, so but
Hmm.
not any bands that I or not any clubs I would really go to. But
Hmm. Yeah. Speaking of, yeah, we can get. I need to start making a bigger list on those rock clubs that I don't know why they're called rock clubs, or or for that matter, you know, anything else. But that's just that's my whole take on things. Yeah, as we know. But yeah, kind of love it how people have been cruising me and trying to see what I'm up to and stuff like that.
it's not just you. They're also perusing me. Just they're doing it quietly until not quietly. And somehow I'm the one that catches all the heat, and it kind of amazes me how much heat I'm getting when most of the topics that we talk about are
All for me.
spurred by you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything started for me. Me. But
So
nobody's gonna, nobody's gonna come after me.
no, they're all scared of you for some reason. I don't know why. I guess they think that I'm just an easy target, and well, I don't care anymore.
Well, you know why it is because this is my platform and I can pretty much speak whatever I have to say, and yeah, and that's all there is to it. You can't ban me from it, even though there's only one way that all this would stop with a certain SOR peoples, and yeah, it ain't never gonna happen. Nobody's gonna. They're just gonna hide and post anonymously on virtual secrets,
Hmm.
and that's all they got, or go through other people.
Yeah, they use their kids to, you know, do that and then go through other people
Yep.
with their
Like I
kids.
said
Yeah.
before, third party people. Pfft, whatever. They don't mean nothing to me.
I mean, I've said it multiple times. Our boxes are open. No one's blocked.
Right. So, anyways, I wasn't trying to get into that kind of discussion today. It was the miscellaneous messages, and yeah, there's another does girlfriend.
Yes.
She's from Melbourne as well
Is
too.
she?
Yep. Yep, she is. And it's just kind of interesting that I know that fact because she told me. But anyway, we had a good set last night for New Year's Eve. Had a good old
Yes,
time
I
with
did.
it too. So yeah, it was a good night. Been a good year. Things have gotten better. You know,
Yes, they have.
helped out in a lot of other aspects of things, and yep, kind of did a lot of things. So kind of happy with that.
Hmm.
This place came into existence in the last year. Actually, probably what right around this time last year.
Yeah, I think it was January 1st that we did our first recording.
Yep.
If
So
not the first, it was within a couple of days, but yeah.
I'd have to go and look, but yeah, here we are, and I should have made a lot more videos along the way, but it's time constraints and other things like that. You know, real life work schedule, DJing at places, and just not wanting to be on SL too much. But that's different. You got anything you want to throw out there in the air somewhere?
Yeah, I was looking real quick. It was January 2nd of last year that we posted our first video.
Oh, yeah, it was a crappy video too. Just the testing the waters crap. Even Jack got a good laugh out of that. That was pretty good. But
Yep.
yeah, so we had fun with that.
Yep.
But it was also
Mhm.
nice in the past year to get back to doing vacations
Yes, it was.
and not thinking of anybody else that matter who's pretty much, you know, performed the same shit she did to get with me from somebody else. And yeah, she can deny it up and down, but she did it the exact same way.
Yep.
You know,
But none of that matters anymore. It's long gone in the
it's
past,
in the past now.
and
Yep, it is. It's what it is.
yep. So all that matters is what we have going forward.
Yep, yep. Forward rent going up.
Rent going up, yes.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Rent, inflation, all the other things, yeah.
no, I mean like everybody else in this building's rent's gone up in the last 2 years except for mine, and I'm just kind of glad that I negotiated it. You know, especially when your landlord goes, "Is this okay with you?" And I go, "Yeah, that's fine." So it kind of worked.
Yep.
Works in my favor. So yeah, I mean, this would be a pretty short video if we have nothing else.
Well, you're the mastermind of all of this, so
Yeah, well, I only had those.
yeah.
I had those two people that were cruising my Facebook and kind of thinking that they're gonna get likes out of me for their pictures. That I don't even look. People send me friends requests all the time. You get them too, just random friends requests on Facebook. And
Yeah.
you know, I've been kind of a little picky here and there, and who I should choose and stuff like that. And you know, if I really nothing stands out that, and I was like, okay, but you know, some people do come through. I mean, I've gotten messages from people going, I don't know how you and I became friends on Facebook. I don't know who you are, blah blah blah. And I'm going, okay, I don't know. I got your friend's request and I accepted it, and that was that. I don't know who you are either, and they're like, okay, well, I'm taking you off. I'm like, okay, see ya.
Oh,
And
I
it's
don't even get that.
oh, I've gotten a couple of those, and it's just like I have no idea. And then I get the ones like that one there that was like, how come you didn't like my pictures? And I'm like, what? I don't even know you. Who the hell are you? What the hell? You know, and it's just like I look through their pictures and I'm go and you saw the talk between. I'm just like, you can drop me just as fast. You don't need to come in here and tell me to like your pictures. I don't know you. I
Yeah.
just, well, what the fuck ever. That, and I don't think she could understand my sarcasm in a lot of my posts or my remarks back to her either.
Nope.
You know, so that was that. And the other one with the picture comment, I kind of ignored it and just was like,
I know you did because you didn't even say a word to me, and I ended up seeing it. And
yeah, well, I kind of figured you would probably see it at some point. With me, I just ignored it and I'm just like, whatever, and I
her
just left it
wanting
at
you to
that.
look her up in SL and giving her name and everything. And yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I no, no,
nope.
no. I mean, do I need to like take my hair off my head and have Demo make me a new picture and kind of make myself look like um the guy from what the hell is it? What the hell's in that movie? Shit, I can't remember now. Yeah, it was a big movie in the '80s. Now I can't remember, and you wouldn't know it because it was out before
Might
your
know
time.
it, but I'm not entirely sure which direction you're going with what you're talking about.
I don't remember, but if I'll show you later, you'll probably go, "Oh yeah, that," and I'm like, "Yep," you know, or make myself just have a bag over my head. That'll be my new image.
Oh my God. Well, that may not still work though. I mean, you have yourself listed as a male on Facebook.
Yeah, and I'm a DJ.
And you're a DJ, yes, and you don't have your relationship status showing on Facebook, so everybody automatically assumes that means you're single.
And they can assume all they want, but it's not like I'm gonna actually jump on anything that floats around. Fuck that.
Well, I know that. I
I'm
know that.
not gonna do that. No, it's like I have neither the time nor the energy for that shit. Nope,
Nope.
nope, not at all. I've got bigger fish to fry and bigger things to do, better things to do than sit here and wonder what goes on social media.
Well,
Yeah.
you already know I would go Lorena Bobbitt on you anyway, so what's the point?
Well, let me tell you, if that's the case, you want to go there, that really wouldn't benefit you at all, would it?
No, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't benefit you at all. Then it
Nope,
would
it
benefit
would
me,
not.
like John Bobbitt, who got it re-sewn on and started some porno videos because everybody wanted to see what happened.
Well,
And
true.
then you'd be in jail for like 5 years.
Well, as we've discussed with our group of friends, you have a Vienna sausage mushroom.
Yep. Or as I like to commonly refer to as a Trump dick.
Oh God, here we go again. Oh Lord.
Yeah, I can't help myself with that. So, yeah. Geez, I thought I was getting rid of this little stuffiness, but it is that going away? Uh, Maybe I can infect
Who
some more
you been
people.
kissing on? Cause you haven't been kissing on me.
I have a little white fur ball in the other room, maybe,
Yeah, a little white and orange fur ball. Yeah,
but
maybe.
I get to infect some food service employees tomorrow.
God,
Yep, that's always fun to do.
that's
Want
all
them?
right. You enjoy that while I, don't have to go to work tomorrow. Cause my work gives me
Yeah,
an extra day for the holiday.
yeah,
That's all right. It'll
yeah.
be balls to the wall when I get
To
back
Tuesday.
on
Yep.
Tuesday. Yep.
Well, that's all right. I still could pick other days off of the year.
Well, because we have like 500 units to ship out to various locations coming up in the next week or so.
Five.
Yeah, we're going to be
Are you
busy.
shipping them toner?
Well, we have that happening every day because they haven't figured out their programming yet to actually accurately count when people need a reshipment scheduled.
Oh,
So, yeah, but such is life.
well, you know to tell
Nothing
me.
ever works like you plan for it to.
You know to tell me we have these PM kits that we do for certain equipment and stuff, and I know we're waiting on a kit to come in so I can go up and take care of it, and it always seems to send us the wrong stuff.
Of course.
Yep, always. Oh, no, we didn't need this number. We needed this number. Oh, okay. And some of the office will take like another 3 to 4 weeks, and then they're on your case because, well, how come you haven't done this inspection on time? It's like, duh, because your office is holding up the kit. Duh.
Right. See, my job, it's fighting with them discontinuing a part, and they create a
Oh,
new part and a new part number, but it can take them weeks, if not months, to update in the system what the new correct part number is.
yeah. Well, I have that going on right now with a part that's when you look it up, it you look up the first generation, it supersedes like 5 numbers later, and then the new number says phasing out soon, but it says current production. You're like, okay, but it says
Oh,
also
see, we
too.
don't even get a warning.
It also says it's a discontinued part, but it's current production. Are you guys going to do a software update on it? Is that what you're trying to tell us? But you haven't done it yet and haven't made up your mind on a part number? But yet you have 600 of them at the warehouse? Why can't I have one on my truck? I just used one like 2 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just mind-boggling how they do stuff. But yet, there's some people in up the chain are kind of more concerned about you know our calls and stuff like that, and it's like, wow, there's other things going on in the company to worry about what we're doing.
Yep.
I mean, they're always like, we need to go through your truck, take off parts off your truck that you haven't used in like 2 years, or you're just hoarding parts. And I'm going, yeah. And some of these parts I've hoarded, I've used.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully, I have control over what is the min and max on my text trucks.
Yeah,
So,
so you don't have that option.
and they generally tell me, "Hey, can we increase this or can we take this off?" And yeah, okay, I will send in a support ticket.
See, I can take stuff off my truck, and if it's taken off and it's taken off my inventory, and before it gets to the parts people that it's being taken off of my truck, what happens is in the meantime is that the part will get shipped back, and then they'll send me the part back saying that they're not taking it off my truck. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, why not? Or what they'll do is they'll subtract the min max off my truck and not tell me, and then when I go to use the part, I'll never see it again. And then if I need it like 6 months later, you know, they're like on my case because I had to order it. And I'm like, this was a part truck this was a truck stock part. Well, you took it off,
Yeah.
and then then it reflects back on us and this, that, and everything. But see, to get stuff added to my truck, I have to fill out a form, email it to the parts department, and they make the evaluation on adding it to my truck or not, which is dumb. They go by all they go by is the sheet. They go by this chart that shows the usage of this part throughout the country to see if it follows a guideline that where I should have it.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, wow. Yep. And so, yeah. And then there's the other thing with the supply chain problems where there's lots of parts we're still waiting to get in. Waiting still to get. It just blows my mind that I know one part in particular they have an open purchase order for them for like 5,000 of these parts, and they're listed at like 420 days of turnaround time on the part. And you're like, this is a crucial part of this unit.
Yep.
Why can't you get it? I'm like, you know how many people are going to be pissed off that if this component goes on theirs and their dishwasher is completely useless until this part comes in. People are going to be mad because they spent like 40 grand on this freaking unit and you can't get
Yeah.
parts for it.
Yep.
And they won't help you with anything with getting a new one.
Well, of course not.
You know, it's like, oh my God.
I mean, it took me 2 months to find out on a part that they discontinued to find out that one part that I need has now turned into I need to order 3 parts for it to equal that one
Oh, wow.
because they thought it would be more efficient.
Well, see, we're going in the opposite direction. Parts that used to be listed separately are now in a kit. So you can't get the parts individually, which I have the parts on my truck individually. But you put the part number in and it says it doesn't exist.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, so I have two of these parts that don't exist. But technically, we've been told we're supposed to send them back to the warehouse because they're going to use them in their new kits. And a lot of the parts are going to kits. So if you need one stupid part out of the kit, you have to order the whole entire kit, which is at a much inflated price compared to what it used to be.
Right.
You know, I ordered a kit for another unit that's at when I on call on Saturday last week, or was it 2 weeks ago? No, it was last week.
It was last weekend.
Last weekend when I went, one of the parts that I put on the estimate was for a sensor kit. Okay, now I
Hmm.
used to carry this part in my truck, and it used to go for $249 for this kit. It is now up to $1,100.
Good Lord.
Yeah, and this is probably just in a stretch of 4 years, and it's just like, holy crap, seriously? You know, and it's just
Yeah,
like,
that's a little
wow.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, inflation on stuff and parts and prices, and holy moly. We used to have a way to tell how much it used to cost, what the cost of the part was, and a lot of the stuff we'd sit there and we'd laugh at. Because I know there was a control board that I replaced one point, and the cost to the company was like $225, but they were turning around and selling it for $5,500.
Holy crap.
Yep, I remember because I had to order two of them for one place, and they freaked out when they were like $11,000 for just two parts. Didn't include me coming out and putting it in or nothing. And I'm like,
Uh,
yep, yep. Here it is, black and white. I have nothing to do about it. And the only reason it went is because they sprayed it with water. Duh.
God.
Yep. They had them fixed though, but in the end, it cost them like 15 grand. And they
Ugh.
didn't want to replace they didn't want to replace those appliances because they are what were they telling me? They're like 80 grand a piece. So it was cheaper just to fix it. And then they covered it up with plastic just so it wouldn't get water in it. And then they had overheating problems. See, the circuit board has a temperature sensor on it that it'll shut itself down if it gets too hot.
Hmm.
So what had happens is they blocked off all the vents with plastic, so the thing couldn't breathe to cool off the electronics, so it kept shutting off. And I remember going out there and then peeling all the plastic off of it, and then go, yeah, look at that, it works. And oh my God, they were not happy about that. So they ended up hanging up a shower curtain around where their little sprayer was. It was like, who designed this place? Why would you put a sprayer right there when you know that the appliances are right here? Who thought of this? So yeah, I mean, there's lots of examples of who designs stuff, and commercial kitchens are, holy crap. The people are terrible on design, terrible. I mean, one that comes to mind is a steam kettle, gas fired, and the exhaust vent was right next to a hand wash sink.
Hmm.
And all I kept saying when I pointed it out, when I was doing the startups on these units, I pointed it out to the contractor. I go, who came up with this idea? I says, you realize that's over 1,000 degrees coming out of that vent, and you're right on top, and it's right underneath the hand wash sink. Who did this? and to this day, it's still not corrected. What the maintenance department did is they built a extension.
Mhm.
They built an extension shield to go up a little bit higher than the sink. And I still told them, I says, you realize this metal gets hot, right? They're like, oh yeah, yeah. Well, you just have to watch themselves. And I go, do you realize food service worker people are not very bright? They will find a way to burn themselves. So then when I went back there again, they attached another piece of sheet metal to the side of the sink to kind of insulate it. And I was just still shaking my head going, it would have been easier just to move the sink when it was still being constructed.
Right.
or
Yeah.
move the piece of appliance further away or some stupid shit like that. But, I know nothing. It's like I get that shit all the time from people that use the equipment, and it's like, oh yeah, I have a uniform on with the company name is on the piece of equipment, but yet I don't know anything, and I have to go through your boss and tell you what I just told you because you looked at me like I'm an idiot.
God.
Yep, this is the shit I deal with, and you wonder why I talk the way I do.
I know.
You've heard it
I know.
firsthand, the stuff
I
I've
know.
said. You
I
know,
know. And sometimes I'm like, holy crap, did you really just say that?
yep, I do because
Mhm.
it's you have to because it's the only way they're going to understand anything. It is what it is. It's bizarre, but whatever. Just
Well, we have definitely gone off on a weird tangent,
I know. Well,
totally away from SL.
that's kind of the SL stuff. The Facebook thing is pretty much the only thing I had to bring up. But you know, who wants to hear us ramble on about, especially my work?
Mine's not overly exciting.
Hey, all I know is that in another 12 months, I will have 10 years there. Woohoo. And,
Woohoo.
and I'm just like, where did the time fucking go? 10 years is a long time. But, I'm kind of happy with what I do. So that's all there is to it.
Yep. I'm
Other,
pretty happy with my new place that I'm at since August, so.
yeah, well, you should be after 7 years of torment.
Yep. It's pretty much why I don't put up with it anymore. And that I'm a little more vocal about it. Or
Yep.
a lot more.
Yeah. Yep. So
So,
now, now we're on to better, bigger, and better things this year
mm,
coming up.
yep.
So, and some of the content it writes itself, just like that shit over Facebook. It just
Yep.
writes itself, like crap, So that's gonna be more to come. And then there's the SOR thing. That's just an abomination all by itself. So that's just gonna be an ongoing thing. So yeah, but yeah, it's like everything else. But anyway, we should probably wrap this
So,
up and get going on, huh?
yeah. So we still need to figure out some clubs if you wanted to go around and kind of do a review on them.
Oh my
Um,
god.
if that's still an idea in your brain as to doing. Yes, no, maybe.
I do, but it's a. I have a list, and some of the places, I know one place I won't go back to, and it's not even open for discussion on that place, and some other places. Well, I've found some new ones today. Saw some videos at one place, and it'd be interesting to check out. I know there is one club on the grid that has a name that I had for my very first place back in '07,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. It's interesting to see it because I had a club in '07 called High Voltage, and now there's another one on the grid of the same name, and it's like, wow, that's funny. But yeah, that was a long time ago. It never went anywhere. It was my first attempt at a club, and it was terrible. I mean, real terrible. So yeah, had a general manager that didn't do shit and tried to tell me how to do stuff. And yeah, guy got rid of her and kind of did that, and then made another club with almost the same name. And then the metal shop was born after that, and that place took off like crazy. And then yeah, lots of internal drama killed that place.
Well, that's kind of the name of the game a lot of the time with, clubs, but,
Yep,
you know,
I think I had too much staff. Um, I had a event coordinator who we had a falling out with, and she was like, "I'm gonna take all these people with me." Like, okay, whatever. Yeah, she bad mouthed me like to no end, but she's not even an SL anymore. So that's kind of how people are. You know, that's just they just get disgruntled and they go from there. Hey, I know how that is.
yeah,
Disgruntled. I really wasn't too disgruntled. I was just voicing my opinion. I
yep.
became disgruntled after how things were handled, but we're not going to get into that again.
And
um,
how they continued to be handled.
yeah, no kidding, huh? So yeah, but my club, yeah, it just went down there from it just became it had a resurgent after I reopened it up somewhere else, and then it started to dwindle because I couldn't do such a big place, and then it became a trivia place, and then it just kind of like, all right, and then I opened it up again, and it was just like I held a couple of concerts, nobody ever showed up, and I was just like, wow, I think the genre is pretty much dead. That's when the whole country music club scene kind of exploded,
Right.
and that's when the MC crap started to happen and took off from there. And it was just like, oh, bikers and country clubs. Yeah, never going to make it. And I thought about just advertising it again, but I have to get rid of somebody out of my group first, which I had to bring Linden Labs into that whole aspect. Yep. I had to file a ticket to boot somebody from my group. So yeah, that's
Well,
that.
speaking of the whole disgruntled and how things were handled, I've heard that there was another person that worked at the place that we've had issues with. Um,
Who's that?
that had, that had issues with how, well, they were sent a not very appropriate note card from what I was gathering. That was not very professional, and it would be very interesting to get my hands or your hands or something on that note card.
No, I think I know what
Um,
you're talking about, but I don't know if I want to travel down that avenue because that's a kind of a sensitive topic if it's the one I'm thinking of.
possibly.
Um, yeah, that's probably a overly sensitive topic, and I mean, I would discuss it, but we'd have to ask this certain person
Right.
about it. I mean, that's a whole different thing. But as far as yeah, like I said, I only became disgruntled after the fact. So I mean, yeah, you want to kick me out of the group, fine. You don't want to have me DJ there, fine. I can still be an adult and go there. Um, I mean, that was my whole thing. Is I could still go there and have a good old time. But I'm
Yep,
seeing.
we can be cordial.
I mean, I'm seeing that in somebody's profile, they're taking somebody's side on a few things, and yeah, yep. So, anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that because that's just a continuing on topic that will kind of poke its ugly head here and there.
Yep.
I mean, I need to have Dub back here again, or we need to raid does a little show when he ever puts one together because I like to pop in there and feel on the co-host side of things or the other end of things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure we can have a good old time with that. He's got to feel better though. Dude needs to get better.
Yep.
He needs to feel better before we can get into that. I like to do more shit with him. That's for sure. So,
Yep.
I mean, who else have we? Well, we were gonna do something this morning. Did you ever film anything this morning? Because Amelia wasn't going to get on my case.
I got a little bit, but it wasn't
That
really
wasn't
anything. It
anything
was
good.
just kind of just random bullshit.
Hey,
So,
somebody sided with me. He said the same thing. It's like as soon as you go on air, your brain becomes a whole different another ball game. Nothing can
well,
stay the
yeah.
same, and that's kind of what happened. you know, you may practice saying a name, and all of a sudden, bleh, it just goes to shit.
Yep, like you did last night. It was funny.
More than once too,
Yes.
and I can't apologize enough for screwing that up. So yeah, that just happens. But hey, you got to hear music that I probably never would play. But
Mhm.
we're gonna do Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
and yeah, we'll have to get a big old plan together for that. So we'll see how that goes.
Yep. I
Yeah.
guess I'll have to go dress shopping again and all
Oh,
that stuff.
I'm about
I'll
to,
let you.
I'm about to get a top hat and a cane for my purple suit,
Oh my God, you are not going to wear the purple suit
my
again.
purple tux.
No.
I get a yellow one, and I could look like
No.
a Curious George's owner there. I get a
No.
hat and everything. Oh,
No.
you're no fun.
Hey,
How about a
I
red one?
hardly ever get to go dancing with you.
How about a
Well,
red
I
one?
never do.
How about a red?
No.
How about a red one?
When? Maybe.
Red sparklies.
Depends on the. Oh my God, no.
Come on now. I can pimp myself out.
God, no. No
Come on.
sparkles. No.
I'll put my
No
aesthetic body
sparkles.
back on and I can dress
Oh
up
my God, no.
as.
No. Even though you had that one shaped fairly nicely, no.
I spent a lot of time on that aesthetic body.
So, but yeah, we got our first actual full on couple picture and
Yep.
had to do some dancing together, which was
See
nice.
now, my aesthetic body didn't look like everybody's normal, um, freaking, what do you call those, bulldog looks with their big muscles hanging out, their elbows
Mm,
cocked and their fists turned inward. I didn't look like that because I still use the same shape from that in the
yep.
legacy body.
Yep. Just a little tweak here and there to make it fit right with the legacy mesh, but
Yep.
yeah.
So I still have like the same shape, even though they still need to make some different men's hair.
Well, maybe at some point we'll try to go shopping for men's hair.
Come on now. I mean,
Although you're a pain in the butt to go shopping with
I just
for
want a
yourself.
simple. I just need a simple hairstyle, not some ghetto fashion or the Gen Z look or any of that baloney. I mean, can we keep it simple? I mean,
Well,
it's not that hard. I mean, I could wear my hair base and probably look better than some of the stuff I've seen.
well, we'll see what we can find.
But see, I wear this unisex hair
Truth.
from Truth, and it's fit me just well, even though you don't like it when I go blonde.
No, I do not.
You say I
No,
should
but
tone myself up a little bit too, but I have kind of gotten used to this tone. So
I know you have. I'm not saying you need to necessarily change the tone, even though with some wind lights, you're very dark.
you know,
Very dark. And I was having issues with that, trying to take pictures, trying to get the right wind light so that I didn't look like a ghost and you didn't look like you were just thrown in a cremator.
oh, see, I look like I just have a good tan.
Well, yeah, on normal daylight wind lights.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you want to, bump up the picture a little bit and throw in some shadows, then you get really dark.
All right,
Nothing wrong with that, but yeah.
let's get out of here. We're kind of approaching the 40-minute mark, and
Are we? Yeah, we rambled too long.
yep, I know.
Nobody will watch this far. If you
No,
do, let us know.
yeah, good luck with that.
Right? So if you have watched this far, do the like, subscribe, comment,
I think they'll
all of
fall
it.
asleep after the first 10 minutes, or actually
Probably.
probably they'll watch like 30 seconds of it and just go, "These people are mentioning our names again, motherfuckers." All right, let's go. See you later.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yep.
Back to work tomorrow.